What's going on, guys? Modem31 here, and I'm really excited to talk about this topic with you all. Titanfall 2 is just an awesome game. We recently celebrated International Titanfall Day on May 1st and saw player counts get up and over 30,000 for the first time on PC, which is awesome. Titanfall 2 is 5 years old and still has that sort of thriving community around it. And I mean, a lot of games today only have a yearly life cycle, so I think it's pretty special. In this video, I want to talk about what makes Titanfall so damn good. I mean, I'm going to be mainly talking about mechanics, game design, and gameplay, basically covering what makes Titanfall so unique and addicting. I'm going to go into this video with plenty of personal bias because, I love the game, I create content for the game, but I've been gaming for over 20 years and I think I can offer some insight into why this is my favorite FPS of all time. First off, I noticed that 75% of my viewers are not yet subscribed, so please, if you enjoy my videos and want more Titanfall and Apex content, then consider leaving a like, consider subscribing to my channel, it really helps me out a ton. I also stream over on Twitch, link in the description. I would love to see you all over there to chat with me live. So with all that said, let's get to the video. To start, I want to talk about gaming in general and then relate it specifically to why Titanfall is so fun to play. Gaming lately has taken a turn for the worst in my opinion. Overall, it seems like more and more games are pushing to be, the next big esport and have a huge competitive scene. Devs think this is what makes a good game, and the games just generally reflect that. You have strict skill-based matchmaking, and every lobby you get put into is an absolute sweatfest. I mean, think of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Even pro players were saying, man, this game, this is just too much, give us a break. Which I can kind of understand because COD was always a more casual and relaxed game, especially in the older titles. And sometimes you might get paired against some good players, but, sometimes you get paired against people who are not so good. Esports are great, but it seems like there is just less and less of a consideration for the casual or hobbyist groups of gamers who don't take the games too seriously and just enjoyed coming home after work and playing for an hour or two in their free time. Now for Titanfall 2. Titanfall 2 has a mindset that I would describe as casually competitive. This means that, yes, Titanfall 2 has skill-based matchmaking, but the player base is, too small for it to really work properly. It's also not really that strict. I'm currently a G17. I'm decent at the game. I've got like a 1-6 kill death against pilots. But I still get, paired against G100 Kraber warlords who came out the womb playing Titanfall. So Titanfall has a lot more relaxed matchmaking, which generally means you don't have to sweat as often. For me, this makes the matchmaking just a flat out better and a more enjoyable experience for more people. If you want to play casually and just kind of for fun, you definitely can. If you want to play more competitively, you definitely can too. Titanfall 2's matchmaking is handled very similarly to older COD titles such as, Modern Warfare 2 and 3. Next, I want to talk about gameplay. Titanfall 2 has some of the silky smoothest movement and gunplay out of any shooter ever made all time ever. Changed my mind, but you can't. You can slide, double jump, bunny hop, wall run, and just do amazing things that not many other shooters allow you to do. It's like the devs played Quake and Mirror's Edge and were like, okay, now let's take parkour, bunny hopping, and COD weapons and put them into one game. Titanfall 2 just flat out, feels good to play, and that's because of the movement and game mechanics. I mean, you can grapple across a map, 360 no-scope someone with the Kraber, and then kick another guy in the face, all before touching the ground. And what other game can you even come close to doing something like that? And even the worst Titanfall players can get dope-looking kills because almost every kill in Titanfall looks super cool. Slide into a door and shoot someone? Clip that. Throw a random nade or firestar and get a kill? Clip that. I can go on and on about how awesome the moment-to-moment gameplay is in the multiplayer, but it's also just visually impressive for both the player and anyone who happens to be watching. Titanfall 2's gameplay is also pretty generally accessible. Yeah, you might get destroyed your first few games if you're new to FPS games, but if you've played FPS games for a while, it's pretty easy to pick up on. It's one of those games that's, easy to learn, hard to master type deal. The game has an incredibly high skill ceiling, and that shows the more you practice. I've played the game hundreds of hours, and I'm still improving at it to this day. This means that new player can sort of hit the ground running if they just know basic FPS mechanics, but to truly dominate lobbies, they have to learn the nuances of the game's movement mechanics and gunplay. Lastly, let's talk about the Titanfall 2 community. If you've played the game for any number of years, you probably know what I'm about to say. Titanfall 2 has one of the best, if not the best community around a single video game. I'm 25 and I've played so many games in my life, and I've been a part of so many different communities, from Halo 1 to Call of Duty 2 all the way to Gears 5, and Titanfall 2 still takes the cake as my all-time favorite. Generally speaking, and this isn't every single person, people are just generally really nice in Titanfall. Most veteran players who have been around try to help new players, and newer players are usually just nice people as well. Now, I'm speaking generally, and I know that there's always toxic people, and we have our fair share, but if you compare it to, say, League or COD or, God forbid, Siege, Titanfall 2 is the poster boy for a well-behaved community. I mean, even look at Apex Legends, which is an IP in the Titanfall universe, and Apex players can be extremely toxic in some of the worst ways. That's all I got for you guys today. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I just wanted to chat about Titanfall 2, generally, why I enjoy the game so much, what I think makes the game so great. Hope you guys got something out of this video. Please leave your thoughts down in a comment below. I'd really like to hear what you guys think. And if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. Please consider subscribing to this channel so you can get more Titanfall videos in the coming weeks. And with all that said, stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.